Hey guys, J.R. Raymond back again at the training center in TurboTech in Chesterfield, Michigan. One of the hardest things to do is to actually look at the numbers of bowling balls and build an arsenal based on data. So when I get back, we're going to take a look at this. So when we walk into the pro shop, we look on the shelves. We just talked about this in my last video, but we look at the RG, the differential, these numbers, not really understanding what they mean or how we can put them together to create certain types of bowling ball shapes that we want to create or some motions that we want to look for. We don't really know, or a lot of times as we walk in, it's hard to understand what it all means to where we can put together a group of bowling balls to fit an arsenal and have more or less a ladder of bowling balls to where we say, okay, this is my strong ball, I can go to this ball, and then I can go to this ball. These are going to create similar shapes. So what we want to do is we want to look at some data, look at the numbers of these. The last video I showed you, if you didn't get a chance to go see that, go look at the last one about the RGs and differentials. What we basically discussed there is how we're creating a single whole number to put on a bowling ball. Now we're going to go a little step further into this now. What that did was we took the RG of the bowling ball and we took the differential and we took them as whole numbers. So if it was 248 and 048, we took the 248 and we just made it 248, and we took 048, we just made it 48, and we subtracted the 48 from the 248, which gives us a whole number of 200. That would be the ranking of the bowling ball. Now we're going to take it one step further, and we're going to try and we're going to add the cover stock details to it. So we're going to rank the cover stocks as well. So in the image you see here, it's going to show you that a solid cover stock is going to rank at -6, a hybrid cover stock is going to rank at -3, and then a pearlized cover stock is going to rank at +3. What those numbers are going to do is we're going to add those or subtract them to our final number we had. So with a ball that was 248 and 048, they come to 200. If it's a solid cover ball, we subtract 6 from that to make it 194. If it's a hybrid, we subtract 3 from that to make it 197. And if it's a pearlized, we add 3 to make it 203. Okay, so that's how we get our total score based on that. So when we're putting bowling balls together, with this image, you can see I've separated it. I've put them out to where you have your, what was it? It's the strength and stability at the top. Those are going to be your benchmark type of balls, and then you're going to have your transition instability. So these are going to be the next step. When you start to have to move your feet to the left a little bit, you're going to have to go to something not as strong, but that's going to be able to create similar shapes. So you're going to go to some of these bowling balls here that I have listed. And then after that, as you start to really move your feet left, that's when you get into your later strength and your later transition. You're going to get to the pearlized bowling balls. Even some of the hybrids are still good in that situation, and we're going to look at those. So as we build an arsenal, we kind of want to figure out what we're going to do with these numbers. So at the top level, your strength and stabilities, I think your numbers need to be in about the 190s. So you can see I've got a precision solid here that's at 195, and then that's a solid cover, so we're going to subtract 6. That's going to give you 189. You've got the GB3, which is a hybrid, so you're going to subtract 3 from that, 200. You're going to get 197, and then the statement solid is a solid cover. You're going to subtract 6 from the 193, and you're going to get 187. So technically, of all those numbers, the statement solid is a stronger ball. And I've thrown all these, so these numbers do stack up properly. The statement is stronger than the precision, and the precision is stronger than the GB3. And then as we move down, so we have to select. You can have 1 or 2 of those balls in your bag. So if you're trying to create, say, a 6-ball arsenal, I would be trying to choose 2 from each level and create a bag, a 6-ball bag based on that. And then you have to obviously add a spare ball. So let's go with 8. So we're going to do 2 6-ball totes and a 2-ball tote, or 2 3-ball totes and a 2-ball tote, so that way we can add. So maybe we do 2 of the top level, 2 of the middle level, 3 of the bottom level, and a spare ball. So you pick, for me, I'm going to go with, I'm probably going to take a GB3 and the precision solid, because I don't ever really like the super strong stuff. With the statement solid, it's quite a bit stronger than the other 2, so it gives me that higher range with the GB3 as a benchmark, and then that lower range, the stronger range, at 189, and then we have 197. So 189 and 197, there's about an 8 difference there. 8-point difference. So that's a good difference in those two benchmarks. They should be quite a bit different depending on how we lay them out. In another video, we'll talk about the layouts and what we're going to do with them. But right now, all we're focusing on is the covers and the cores of the bowling balls we're going to select. So as we move down to the next stage, I picked 3 balls here to look at. We've got the Web Tour, the Eruption Pro, and the Triton Elite. So Web Tour being a solid ball, you're going to take 217 and subtract 6, you're going to have 211. The Eruption Pro, you're going to take 214, another solid cover, and subtract 6, you're going to have 208. And then the Triton Elite, another solid cover, you're going to take 205 and subtract 6, and you're going to go, it's going to be 199. Okay, so didn't have any pearlized in this area. You could add some pearlized balls in there for an option, but for me, I want to be able to create a next level step down from that top level of strength and stability that I had. So I'm going to drill 2 of these. So I'm going to go in between. I'm going to go with the Web Tour with the higher number, and then I'm going to go with the Triton Elite at the lower number, so that way I have both spectrums covered. And really, if I really wanted to get into detail, I could drill all 3 of these because that Eruption Pro meets it in the middle pretty well. So those 3 would complement each other really well as far as numbers go, and they're all solid covers. So you can change surfaces and do some different things as well. And then when we get into the later transition, we're going to pick 3 of these. So we've got the Statement Pearl. It's 193. We need to add 3 because it's pearl, so it's 196. GB3, 200. Add 3, it's 203. Choice Pearl, 195, add 3, it's 198. Savage Life, it's 198 already. We're going to add 3, it's going to make it 3 or 201. And then your weaker of the 5 of these 5 balls is the Flawless. We're looking at 211, and we're going to add 3 to that, so it's going to be 214. So if I have to pick 3 of these, we're going to try and mix and match. We don't want 2 to be too similar. So I would say the Choice Pearl and the Statement Pearl are probably too similar, so I'm going to take a Statement Pearl instead. I'm not going to drill a Choice Pearl. And then I want the higher end, so I'm going to drill a Flawless. And then I have a choice between the GB3 and the Savage Life, which are going to fit real similar in the same area. I'm going to take the Savage Life because it is a little bit stronger than what the GB3 Pearl is. So this is just kind of how I'm looking at it right now. You can see what I'm trying to do with these numbers. It's really nice to be able to take and put numbers, specific numbers into these bowling balls. So you can look at your arsenal and say, okay, I've got a 190, a 189 and a 194, and I've got all the way up until 214. Now I feel like I missed transition somewhere, and I didn't have a ball in between here, so now I need like a 201. You know, so you can take these numbers and you can fill some gaps and really start to hone in on your arsenal itself, and you can create a really good set of bowling balls to do. So this is just the example with the EBI balls at this point. Obviously I didn't put all of the balls in here. This was just a specific example of what I probably would try and do and what I am going to be doing for the Masters coming up. We're going to take a look at some of the Storm and Roto Grip balls and do the same thing in the next video, and then we're going to keep moving down, and we're going to do this with all the balls in some of the other companies as well, your Brunswick, your Motive, you know, your Radical. We're just going to move on down the line. So pay attention to that. If you're a Brunswick fan, you're going to want to see the Brunswick video. If you're a Storm fan, which we're going to be doing next time, you're going to want to watch that video as well. So, but for you EBI fans right now, this is for you. This is for you to be able to track these bowling balls, put a number to them, and be able to create something for an arsenal and build off of these things. So remember, strength and stability, which is your benchmark, transition and stability. So you still want more of a benchmark shape, but something a little bit stronger, or not stronger, but a little bit cleaner for the transition. And then your later transition and strength is going to be the balls that are going to get through the front and be better down lane for you. So these are the 3 levels that we're talking about. So I hope this helps. I hope this is going to give you an idea to be able to go into a pro shop and put some numbers to the test and see how it works out for you. If it does, let me know how it works. Comment below and let me know if this was something that really helped you. If not, that's okay. You can tell me you hate me and that I'm stupid. No big deal. I'm okay with that. So until next time, guys, make sure you subscribe to this page. Go over to Turbo 2-in-1 Grips page and subscribe to them to that page as well. And until next time, I will see you guys later.